Hey there, Sabine here. Hope you're having a fabulous Sunday. Today is day 12 of the 90-day visibility challenge. And so today's focus is really going to be around the importance of celebrating wins. As someone who is very achievement oriented, I have spent most of my life setting goals, meeting them, moving on to the next thing. Maybe every now and then there'd be some level of celebrating, but the focus always turned immediately to the next goal. And I've taken this behavior pattern, if you will, into entrepreneurship where I consistently set 90-day or quarterly goals. And of course, at the end of every quarter, I'd review every goal just to see where I am in comparison to what I set out to do. Then earlier this year, I read the 12-week year, and it introduced me to a new way of incorporating weekly celebrations that could then allow me to recalibrate. So for the most part of 2025, I've been following the same goal setting process that I've always used, but now I've broken them down into these 12-week chunks, and I can track week by week how well I'm doing against my goals. But the beautiful part of it is not just the tracking, where I was doing the tracking before, but now I get to celebrate. So if I meet, all of the KPIs, if you will, in a particular area, I get to celebrate. I create something in which I celebrate, whether that's time off or, doing something fun. And then also at the end of the quarter, it's built because there's usually 13 weeks in a quarter, there's built in time to celebrate the wins as well. So for me, that has been a game changer in that not only am I a lot more aware of where I am in comparison to my goals, but now I'm creating spaces and opportunities to reinforce those weeks where I do really well. And then also what I appreciate about this is that it's not just about, looking at the things that I got to check off as being done, but it also allows me to take a step back and look at the things that didn't get done that, I said I would do on a daily basis or a weekly basis, and allows me to evaluate, what got in the way, whether that was, me not maintaining my commitments to myself, me overgiving in time or in resources to other people. So I'm a lot more conscious of the things that may have been unconscious barriers, if you will, to me doing what I needed to do. So now I can set the boundaries or I could put the systems in place to help support that. So that's how I incorporate celebrating wins in my, daily business practices. But then last week I was having a conversation with a client, and they're in the process of experiencing, some growth and transformation. And that was one of my recommendations of finding ways to celebrate the wins as they're moving through this process and getting the staff engaged. And the leader at the time said, you know what, that's something that we don't do. That's something that we have not been good at doing. And she recognized that because of the amount of growth and change that was happening in the organization, in order to maintain morale and keep people engaged, that's something that they would implement and execute. In this particular case, they're not using the whole 12-week year model, and that's fine. But at least there's the recognition and the understanding that, people need to see those wins. Like we need those dopamine hits so that we can continue doing the thing to move us forward, especially when, it might be hard or it might be different or it might be challenging. So that is my encouragement to you today, whatever day of the week you decide or whenever it is that you decide, to make sure that you're celebrating your wins. And if you haven't read or listened to the 12-week year and you're in business for yourself in any capacity, I highly recommend it. It is a game changer. It holds you accountable in a different way, not just to getting the task done, but ensuring that, you're moving forward, even on those weeks where you have to take L's, that those L's don't take you out or completely derail you from achieving what it is that you set out to do. So that's what I have for you today. I will be back tomorrow with video number 13. Have a great rest of the day and weekend. Take care.